Welcome back to the Caregiver Minute, where every weekday family and professional caregivers gather to refine their skills, gain inspiration, and prepare to serve. Sometimes it is so easy in life to get caught up on a symptom that's really troubling that we fail to recognize the actual root cause. And sometimes our attempts to correct the symptom actually makes the problem worse. For example, consider the symptom of low energy. One way that people treat that symptom nowadays, and I see this a lot among family professional caregivers, is that they drink energy drinks. It stands to reason, doesn't it, that if you have low energy, maybe you should drink an energy drink. Well, that might actually be causing your low energy. A lot of those energy drinks are just loaded with caffeine. And caffeine will increase some energy a little bit, at least a sense of that. But oftentimes as it wears off, people feel really sluggish. One thing people don't recognize about caffeine universally is that it has a long half-life. 6 hours after you take caffeine into your body, 50% of it is still there. And 12 hours after that, there's still a quarter of it in your system. That means if your energy is sagging late in the afternoon, like it does for a lot of people, and you drink an energy drink laced with caffeine, it's going to be in your system throughout most of the night. There's a problem with that you may not be aware of. Caffeine blocks a specific receptor in the brain for adenosine. Now, adenosine is a neurotransmitter that is involved in helping us feel tired and to get good, deep, restful sleep. And if you block that receptor with caffeine all night long, it doesn't matter if you can fall asleep or not. The adenosine actually will build up through the night, and just at about the time the caffeine is wearing off, the adenosine is there, waiting in the wings, ready for the receptor site to open up. And as you're waking up, you get slammed with all this neurochemistry that makes you feel really tired and sluggish. So how do you respond if you're focused on the symptom? Well, you drink another energy drink, or you have a cup of coffee, or you do something else to try to overcome that sluggishness. And then you rinse and repeat that cycle all day long. If you're going to use caffeine, make sure you don't use it after about 12 or 1 in the day, because that gives it time to get metabolized so that you can have really good, deep, restful sleep. Now, there are a lot of other situations in life where we might get hung up on a symptom and fail to recognize the root cause of the problem. For example, suppose we're caring for someone who gets up a fair amount in the night and is stirring and not sleeping very well. We might be inclined to look at the symptom and talk to their doctor and say, we need to give them some kind of medication to help them sleep better. But what if the root cause of the problem is that they're eating too close to bedtime? That could be doing everything from goofing up their gut functioning, because our gut slows down when we're sleeping. And if you've got food that hasn't fully digested, it could be a problem for you. You might have gas and bloating and even small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Or let's say that you eat a snack or even dessert too close to bed. That's going to provoke an insulin response. And when your insulin level goes up, you tend to urinate a lot more. And as a result of that, if you have that ice cream right before bed, you might be up 4 or 5 times urinating in the middle of the night. Whereas if you had eaten earlier in the day and not eaten again, at least 3 hours before bed, and if you had a lower carbohydrate meal and didn't prompt so much of an insulin response, that person might not have to get up and urinate as much. Now, there are a lot of other things that could affect sleep, but I think we get further when we ask, why? Why is this person, or why am I struggling with sleep? Why do I keep waking up? What's causing that? Instead of, wow, what pill could I take that would be an easy fix? There are a lot of things in life that might have simple, straightforward fixes that aren't necessarily easy because they're not common practice, and it's too easy to fall in the trap of looking at the symptom and just throwing a medication or some kind of an intervention at the symptom instead of asking why more and more until we get down to the root cause of the problem. So today, regardless of whether you're dealing with low energy or sleep or 1,000 other things that involve symptoms that are symptoms of a deeper root cause, I invite you to consider what you're experiencing in your own life and in the lives of the people that you're serving, where asking why and digging deeper and looking for root causes might get you better results. I hope that's helpful to you and the people that you serve, and I look forward to seeing you again soon for another episode of the Caregiver Minute.